Muy buenas tardes, mi gente. Today is Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Yes, that's right. Do not forget to say White Rabbit 3 times for good luck for the entire month. Primeramente, mis saludos como siempre. Hi, a mi madre, Mr. Vinyl. Hello, I see you have been watching a lot or making yourself known. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y también hoy quería mandarle un saludo to one of my YouTube followers that I see he comments often. Se llama Jesse Gonzalez. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. For us, I truly, truly appreciate it. So guys, this is the first week that I'm trying out a method. Yes. So hice un weekly storyboard so I can share with you guys a variety of stories in a wider range versus I know what I want to share with you guys, but what do I talk about this week? I know it's like crazy, and I have one of my friends, he's a critic. He always tells me, all you do is talk about dead people and crimes and this and that. It's not that that's all I talk about, because I give you a variety of past events that have happened, history period. I love to give you guys a wide range of everything, but I don't know, those stories are the ones that just continuously come up. History, for some reason, is always one that is impactful, so that's where those stories do come from. But I figured that getting an actual storyboard going, like I said, les puedo variar en vez de the same things 3 days in a row and then column series. Like, it is what it is. It is just past events that I like to share with you guys. Like today's title for Thursday is Pa que sepan Thursdays. So yes, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys a story, an event, a situation that is going on. Pa que sepan. You know what I mean? The storyboard goes as followed. We have Mystery Mondays, Chisme Tuesdays, Wicked Wednesdays, Pa que sepan Thursdays, y Lo Pasado Friday, guys. Yes, of course, I will still be giving my interviews for our local celebrities on the weekend, pero así it is a wider topic lineup. And like I said, so we can talk about a variety of just everything. You know what I mean? So before we get into today's topic, I want to give you guys a disclaimer, a warning, an actual trigger warning. What I will be talking about is hard for many to listen to. It is very graphic in nature, obviously, and it is for a mature audience. So you have been apprised, guys. This is your warning. I wanted to start off with you guys and with a statement. Obviously, this situation happens more than it should, unfortunately. And stories of this horrific act go back many, many years. No es nada nuevo. Like I said, I know it's a very sensitive topic to many. It is very triggering. It is something that scars people for life. But I just wanted to throw this whole situation out there, pa que sepan, that communities put different things for people to cope in different ways, and this is one of them. Y pues the numbers are alarming, so those are also something that I want you guys to sit and think about later tonight when you're done watching this video, and think down deep in your heart and realize que pasa hasta en las mejores familias, guys. You guys are catching my drift. It is an atrocity. It is sexual assault, rape, however you want to refer this to. This is what I will be talking about. So once again, if this topic is hard for you to listen to, I guess this episode, this video will not be for you, and I totally understand and I totally respect you and your choice. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one. And for those of you that want to continue and listen in, because these numbers, like I said, are alarming. The main situation, the main purpose that brought this together también is very questionable. So let's get into it. I will have my book today, my cheating book, because the numbers and all the information is too much that I couldn't register it all at once. So allow me to get my book, because I'm going to cheat today. Obviously, like I mentioned, victims to this horrific act are not always girls and women. Hard to believe for many. I don't know why, but it is. Boys and men fall victim to this as well. Alright, a key word to remember is no. Alright guys, no means no, period. Whether you're a woman watching this or a man, and circumstances lead to different scenarios, please remember no means no. Whether you are the victim or you can be the abuser. A lot of times, like I said, situations can start a certain way. While you're in the heat of your moment, you don't process things the way you should. They end up taking a totally different road, and now we have a situation. So please guys, remember, no means no. Another thing, as uncomfortable as this is to talk about, because it is, please find the words, find a way. You watching this, you know your children, you know the lingo, you know how to talk to them. Please talk to them. Talk to your children, because one, you never know. The saying, uno nunca sabe. And number two, they can possibly not fall victim if they get information and that assurance from you guys, the parent or the uncle or whatever it is, okay? Different families function in different ways. You might be raising your nephews, your nieces. You might be raising, who knows, the neighbor's kids. Like I said, every family functions different. People come into different situations where you have, children that may not biologically be yours. Still talk to them. The youth needs to hear this. Like I said, as uncomfortable as it is, because, in our perfect world, nothing bad will ever happen. So we rather just, who cares? No, it ain't gonna happen. And then when we want to talk about it, it can either be too late, or we just don't have that attention from the audience anymore, these kids. And they just don't care, don't listen, don't whatever. So please guys, especially if you have young adults, the teens, sexual abuse can happen that young too, within the same age. There's so much that goes on with our kids that, again, is uncomfortable for us to even think of. But, during school times, we sometimes don't know what our kids are up to. And I know that's a whole can of worms that I don't want to open right now, but it's just the reality of some children, some kids. They might skip class and end up at a party with a bunch of other peers, and things happen, guys. Peer pressure is a thing, and we never know. So just talk to your kids, no matter what age they are. Like I said, find the words. Obviously, you don't want to just sit here and just throw it raw at them. No, find the words according to their ages. Remind them that there's good touch and there's the touch. Secrets are not really always good. Depends. Little surprises here and there for another family member, for a friend. But other than that, tell them you should not be holding secrets from me, especially if it is with you and another adult. And please, a very, very important one that I would like for you guys to acknowledge is blackmail. A lot of the times, our kids, victims of any kind of crime, not just this, what we're speaking of right now, they don't want to speak up because they have been blackmailed. If you tell, I'm going to this. Please assure them that you will protect them before you will be protected yourself. And there's no secrets. You need to tell me regardless of what they tell you that they will do to you or that they will do to me or your siblings, whatever the case might be. I watch a lot of, the series on TVs for crime, and I read a lot of these columns and stories, and a lot of them have victims that don't speak about any of their violent crimes or crimes period for many years because they are afraid of what their abuser told them they would do to either themselves or family members and stuff of that nature. So please talk to these kids. Let them know they're protected. Let them know they can trust in you. Let them know you're here to protect them, guys. That is our duty as their parents. We have to protect our children no matter what. If you can help a neighbor out, another kid, a friend of your child's, or anything else, también, guys, if you see something, if you know something, say something, do something. You can be saving a life. Okay, guys, aquí viene my little cheater book, because like I said, the numbers were way too many. I get confused and no quiero darles the wrong information. It says here, 1 in 9 girls and 1 in every 20 boys under the age of 18 are sexually abused or assaulted. 1 in 9 girls. That is a lot. That's a big number. 1 in 20 boys. That's still a big number. These are statistics I took for this kind of assault under the age of 18. Okay, so it says 82% of victims are females and are under the age of 18. This poll specifically said that ages 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely to be victims of rape or attempted rape or sexual assault. So there's an actual bracket, guys, 16 to 19. For adults, the numbers también, guys, they're very, very scary. So even as you're older, like I said, the wicked are always waiting to prey on people, and it's scary out there. So please be careful. To you guys that work late night shifts where parking lots are empty, dark and scary, use precaution, carry protection. If you don't have means for a gun or can't carry a concealed weapon, I know that a lot of you guys are from different states where weapons are permitted. That bear spray, pepper spray, I don't know, guys. Figure it out, but don't be a victim, please. It is, like I said, this topic is very serious. And I don't know if YouTube bans people for talking about certain things or mutes them or whatever it is, but I just felt the need to share this specific, situation we're going through. Like I said, para que sepan, a lot of the times news to different people hit people differently. So they don't want to hear, they don't want to know. And I understand, but sometimes it's good to know because we never know what world we're living in, and that's the honest truth. Okay, so right here it says 1 in 5 women have been victims. And these are obviously over the ages of 18. 24% of men in the US have experienced some sort of sexual abuse themselves. In 2018, the estimated number was 734,630 people who were raped, threatened, or attempted rape against. That number is huge. Huge. And that was here, guys, in the US alone. In 2017, records show that only 40% of these cases were reported to the police. And even less the following year. In 2018, only 25% were reported. Say something, guys. Please don't be a mute victim. Say something. You can potentially be helping another person out. Usually these predators, these people, these abusers, they don't stop with one victim. They keep going and going, or they keep attacking you. Just please, guys, speak up on it. Say something. Alright, now these are the numbers that I tell you guys we need to reflect on. 51% of attacks are by intimate partners. 51%. That's more than half. Even if it's just one extra, that's 51%. 40.8% are by acquaintances. These are numbers for women. Okay? For men, we have 52.4% that are attacked by acquaintances and 15.2% that are attacked by complete strangers. Those numbers are high. And this was by nsvrc.org. That's where I got this specific statistic sheet from. Okay, the homeless people are transients, pobrecitos, it's hard to live on the street. It's a place that, nobody wants to end up. These people go through their trials and all their situations every single day. And not just because of that, they are free from this kind of violence as well. It says here by gov1.com, reports in 2017 said that the main victims are women and youth that experience sexual assault, whether fully or attempted. Okay, it says 78.3% of homeless women have been subject to rape, physical assault, or stalking. That's a big number. That's almost 80% of our homeless population. Have mercy, guys. Like, again, if you guys ever witness anything, please step in, okay? Altercations are very visual, very noticeable. Intervene and stop it. These people know better or not. If they continue to stay there, at least, that's their personal choice. But if you can stop a situation safely, in a safe way, I'm not saying jump in if you see a gun or if you see a knife. No, just, safely step in, intervene, or call the police. Get some kind of help for these people because, yeah, I know as a fact that people have no mercy on our homeless community, and that's not good. That's not good, guys. They're people regardless of their situations, and we need to love one another, and we need to help one another and step in if you can. Okay, it says here, breaking down the numbers, 55.9% are rape, 72.2% 25.2% are physical assaults, and 25.4% are the numbers that were subject to be stopped. So there it is, guys. No hay de que. No. It's right here in the numbers. It also says that 1 in every 3 teens are lured into prostitution within 48 hours of being on the street. I know that sex trafficking is a whole different episode, a whole different topic. We're not into that right now. It was just one of the numbers that was in here, so I thought it was eyebrow rising to share that number with you guys too, because that's a lot. I didn't look up specific number, guys, to cover the elderly community, the special needs, or our juveniles under the age of 12. But considering how huge the number was overall in the US, we can pretty much assume and guess that the numbers are really high up there también. And that is totally heartbreaking, guys. So I was reading this article that popped up in my email last week, and yeah, there's an exhibit that started in March of 2014 in the University of Arkansas, and this exhibit is called "What Are You Wearing?" So, I opened it because, like, what are you wearing? I love wearing nice clothes. Like, what are you guys talking about? I thought it was a commercial for something totally different. Wow, when I click it open, man, okay, my heart dropped, like I said. And, yeah, it's ugly to look at this and read about it and know about it, but it's reality, and we can't just look the other way about it and act like we don't know. So yeah, I started reading, and this exhibit started here in this university, and it was inspirational, and it came from a poem that a now doctor, her name is Dr. Mary Simmerling. So it turns out this now doctor had an experience where she was a victim in the summer of 1987, and it pisses her off because every time there is a victim that reports their story, whether it is just to the police or it makes it to court, the number one question asked always is, what were you wearing? Doesn't matter what you were wearing. You are a victim of sexual assault. That, what you're wearing is not an invitation to come attack me or take whatever it is you want from me against my will. So I agree with this doctor, and unfortunately she went through this, which I can see as a plus now that she's out there opening many doorways to many people that have been victims of this atrocity. Again, that's the word I'm gonna use with this kind of act, this kind of abuse. Okay, so this specific exhibit shows 40 different outfits, 40 different people, 40 different ages. You can look it up, do your searches on Google, and I will tell you, I will warn you again before you do so, it is uncomfortable to see. You can find men clothes, regular jacket, a pullover jacket, jeans. You can find something as skimpy as a bathing suit, and something as innocent and little as a 4-year-old's sundress, a 5-year-old's little ballerina tutu. So it is just heartbreaking to see this, but at the same time, it makes you open your eyes again, like I said, that it's every day that these stories are happening, these events are taking place, and like I always tell you guys, if you see something, please say something. You can be helping future victims, you can help this victim themselves. So this Dr. Mary Simmerling had a poem, and in that poem she speaks about the question asked to her, what were you wearing? So now, years later, obviously, because we're fast forwarding to 2014, these workers at this university decided to get this exhibit together and see how many victims were in the community, and once again to bring awareness that there is no age, no gender, no race. There's no discrimination behind this act. The two creators are Jen Brockman and another woman by the name of Dr. Mary Wyant Hebert. So yeah, their whole deal was to kill the myth, right? If we avoid that outfit, then we'll never be harmed, or that by changing our clothes we can eliminate sexual violence. That is the sole purpose behind this exhibition. Okay, they said que se hizo esto para que la gente, the people, can see that sexual assault can't be prevented by the victim alone. They had a goal behind this whole exhibition, and that was to bring peace to survivors and to bring true awareness to the community. Like I said, guys, if you see it and you know about it, you know what's happening. So you know what to watch out for. Since 2014, this exhibition has been moved around, from time to time, different universities. One of its last movement was over to Ohio, and that was in the year 2018. I haven't heard of this kind of exhibition on this side. We're close to LA in California, so I don't even know if there is one of that sort. I don't really know how I would react to actually see it in person, but yeah, this is really important to actually talk about, like I said, with our youth, with our kids. They can be put in situations when a lot of the times we don't even know what they're really up to. The age is age, guys. There's curiosity always. They go here and end up going over there, and just prepare them for any situation if there was to be one. We cannot be with our children 24/7, and unfortunately, myself, I find it that I'm gonna have to eventually let my kids grow up, and they're gonna have to do bigger kid activities. I can't put them under a rock, like my husband says, and all we can do as parents is teach them better, educate them on all these things that can happen, and just keep instilling all this into their brain, hoping that they can be away from harm at all times, because yeah, we never know, and that is scary, guys. This is a real serious subject to me. That's why I'm lost at words, because me too, you never really want to think that this is really gonna happen to your kid or yourself. The numbers there with intimate partners, 51%, that is a lot. And just because you're married, or just because they live with you, or you share a bed with them, no. If any survivors of any crime of this nature are watching me, you are survivors, guys. Congratulations, you have beat the worst. I know it's something you cannot get over, but it's something you can work up away from. And I just hope that your blessings continue to find you, and that you can find a healing source to help you mentally and emotionally. May God bless you guys, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. For all of you guys watching that might have members in the elderly community, you might have family members that have special needs, or your young children, please find the ways to talk to them and warn them and check in on them extra. If you have young children, even with boys, speak to them, because this kind of assault doesn't have a preference. You know, it just happens, and like I said, a lot of the times you've seen the numbers, it is from people, acquaintances, family, you name it, that we know. So please just have that talk. Take an extra few minutes to look further into details, check things out. You know what I mean? You can never be too sure. If you have special needs, kids, older kids, family members, even them, you know, just because they're adults doesn't mean that, you know, they will not be victims. Especially if they're nonverbal. Those are the ones we need to take into account even with more extra precaution, because we don't know, guys. We don't know. And our elderlies, pues también, you know, they're older, things happen, they can't move a certain way, they become mute sometimes as well for whatever situation. We need to keep the love for them. And if you have them in homes, especially there, you never know if it could be just physical abuse or it could be this other kind of abuse we're speaking of. If you or anyone you know needs help with any of this abuse that we're talking about, please call, get the help. The number is 1-800-656-HOPE, or you can find them online.rain.org. And they are available, guys, 24/7 for you. I got all the information on Google searches. You can find them on rain.org, nsvrc.org, and gov1.com. Wikipedia was also a big source of the information I found for you guys today. So obviously I do not own the rights to none of that. It is just for information purposes or reference as you may. Alright, raza, eso es lo que les tengo el día de hoy, para que sepan. Thursday. Please be safe, be sane. Have a wonderful Friday's Eve, because that's obviously what today is. And please remember, don't drink and drive. Con eso los dejo. Los adoro. Bye.